Hello and welcome to... I can't even remember this. That's bad. I guess it would be the fourth episode. This is the fourth episode of the Drive Home podcast. It's gonna go really well once I start forgetting the number, isn't it? It's raining today, so I'm not gonna leave immediately. For those of you who don't know, this is the podcast that lasts 15 to 20 minutes, as that's how long it takes for me to drive home. And I just talk about whatever I feel like on my way home. Sometimes there's a funny story, sometimes there's not. I think. I'm not sure. I would have to check. And I can't check while recording because that wouldn't make a lot of sense. Also, I'm driving, so really shouldn't check. I will try to... I had an idea for visuals, because right now you're just looking at black space on YouTube, and that's not fun. But I don't know how to edit or make anything like that as of yet, so I'm not well versed in that, and it's not like I get paid for this at the moment, because it's nobody. So and this is just something I do, and then the next day I upload it, and I think background music would be nice, or something. Either background music or like a nice aesthetic to look at. But I don't have any of that, so I'll just get right down to brass tacks. Tonight, I got out at 8, as usual. But the difference is that tonight it's raining, which means we're going to talk about rain a little bit. So, I don't know about everyone else. I kind of like the rain. I'm very weird with weather. You could say I think most people have the opposite opinion of what I do with most weather. And I've recently changed my mind about some of it, but... So I live in New England, so I get snow every year. And I get rain. And I get the sun to a certain extent. So... It's I get the whole package of weather, basically. It's fun. But something, I don't know, it's not often, but I think once when I was younger there was a hailstorm. It was such a long time ago. I was at my grandmother's house at the time. She was babysitting me and my brother. We were like really young. I might have been in school. I might not have. It was weird because there wasn't really any snow. It just decided to hail one day. So my grandmother gave me and my brother cups, like just cups that you would like put water and drink out of. We didn't put water in them. We just drank out of them. My brain is going places because the person in front of me is going 10 miles below the speed limit. Sorry. It's not their fault. Well, anyway. So, she gave us cups and we ran outside, and I think we had our bike helmets on, though I don't really remember. The goal was run around the yard while it was hailing and hopefully catch some. We couldn't catch any, but we picked some up off the ground. So there was some grassy ice in some cups that we didn't drink, because ice from the sky that fell on the ground is not exactly safe to consume. But that was that. I mean, I don't mind hail. I mind how damaging it can be, because that's a big issue. But for my lack of experience, hail is not super cool. It's okay. I'm not gonna hate on hail. I've got no issues with it. except for in Pokemon games. I don't use weather in Pokemon games. At least not effectively. And it's not even hail anymore, it's like snowscape or some crap. Which, like, I get it, because it's not hail, it doesn't chip damage per turn or whatever. But still, it's, I don't know. Hail is okay. Rain, I think I said this before, but I like rain. It gives a sense of, I don't know, to me, it makes me feel comforted in a weird way. Because it makes me feel alone, but in like a comforting way. Like, there's probably some other people that feel alone. And, you know, we're all alone together, and that's okay. Everyone's dealing with their own problems, and out there somewhere in the world, there's probably someone else looking out their window thinking, God, I do not like the rain. Or something like that. You know, just looking out there at the rain, just being like, man, I wish it wasn't raining, or, you know, like it's the thing where most sentences have been said. Most normal sentences have been said. There are certain, you know, combinations of words and orders that probably haven't been said, but we're also inventing new junk words to say all the time. So it's not surprising that there are certain terms that haven't been said, but you know, like everything that you like, 90% of the stuff that you'll ever experience in your life, somebody else has gone through some of it. Like, you're not unique, and that's, I mean, it's not bad, and if you are unique, I mean, everyone's unique, but that makes everyone the same. So everyone's special and not special at the same time. It's, I don't know. I think if I had to define the feeling I get from rain, it's melancholy. I think that's what it is. It's like sadness. It's kind of like sadness. I don't know. But I don't know. It doesn't make me feel bad. It just makes me feel kind of sad. But it's not. It's not something I actively think about. Like, I don't know. Like, when it rains, it just, like, the mood gets heavier, I guess, just in general. But I do like the aesthetic of rain. It looks nice. So that's a little bit of fog. I do not like fog. It's not really a weather per se, but I do not like it. Like, it looks cool, but being in and like, I like the idea of being in fog, but not while like driving. I'm not, like, I don't know, I've had my license for like 2 years now, so I'm not super, like, I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna be perfect, not for a long time, or ever really. But with driving, like, fog allows people to be stupid, because then, you know, maybe you know this, maybe you don't, but the general, at least as far as I know, if the fog, sometimes it extends past fog, like, if it's snowing really badly to the point where, like, you could, like the air is just, like, powdered snow, or whatever, like, you don't want to turn your headlights on full blast or whatever. And a lot of people don't think that. They're just like, well, I'll see better if I use my fog lights. Well, the fog lights are different. But, like, high beams, that's what they're called. So, you don't use your high beams in fog. Or, like in hard to see weather, do not use your high beams. that's the general rule, and I don't know if that's a law per se, but that's what you're supposed to do, because you can't see what's in front of you, and the light will actually make the fog harder to see through a lot of the time. And it can apply to similar things like snow and stuff, but like heavy snow, it gets like that's weird, isn't it? Rain has a lot of varying terms, but for snow it's either sprinkling or just snowing. Is there like a heavy term for snowing? I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up, but I'm not doing that right now. So, fog gets meh, like it's okay. I don't hate it like all the time, and it looks cool, but it's impractical. Now, and normal weather is normal weather. I couldn't care less. I prefer a cloudy day, as it kinda, I don't know, a cloudy day balances out, where like you can go outside and do physical activities for like longer of a period, because like as you do physical activity, you sweat and whatever junk you work, you get, I don't know how to say this, but you get exercise, right? You go outside, you do stuff, and your body heats up, right? It's a colder day, that's gonna take longer to happen. Like a good fall weather. Like there's clouds, but it's not raining, but it's a cloudy day. Can't really see the sun, but it's not like it's dark outside. Like everything kind of has a blue tint to it. Like a slight blue or like gray tint. I like that weather. That's probably my favorite normal weather. Snow is one of my favorite weather types. Or well, it used to be when it wasn't part of my job to shovel snow so much. Like helping out, with family and stuff, and they got snow problems is fine, but I gotta go to work, and if it's snowing all day, it's not fun. Like, I'm fine with going outside and shoveling snow, but it to a certain point, if it's gonna snow all day, it really feels like I'm not gonna be doing all that much. And there should be some way to make that easier. Especially when there's so few of us in my job currently. Anyway, I do really like snow. Whenever I look outside and it's snowing, snow is scary, but it's also comforting, I guess. So I think once or twice I would have nightmares, maybe not nightmares, but I would have these like bits where like if you only see one color, I don't know why, but that tends to scare me. Like no definable shapes, but like one color. That scares me. And snow kind of does that a lot. Because sometimes it's misty when there's snow. And that scares the crap out of me, honestly. Just like only seeing white. It legitimately scares me. I don't know why. I don't know if that's like a phobia or something, but that specifically scares me. Like, I don't know. I guess the idea of being trapped out in the snow isn't fun either, because no one wants to go outside when it's snowing. Though I always liked playing, when I was younger, I always liked playing in the snow. It was always really fun. But it's very inconvenient to deal with, and it's annoying when it happens. Unless if they're, like, just in general. Because if it snows a lot, like, you might get snowed in, you probably will lose power. Some other crap will happen. And then if it doesn't snow a lot, but it snows enough, like, or if it rains after, it could turn to slush on the roads, and that's definitely like one of the worst conditions for driving, especially if it snows after or it's still raining. Like, the snow and rain combination is like the worst combination out there, besides natural disasters, which I've never experienced personally, but you know, those are natural disasters. All in all, like, looking outside at snow is very, it gives me, I want to say, a sense of serenity, where it's like, it's peaceful, and I'm kind of happy. Especially when it's like a light snow falling. It makes me feel nice. I like that. Well, that was my weather tier list that I didn't actually give any tiers for. Though all in all, I would say, if I had to just quickly run through, cloudy day, rain and snow in no particular order would be on top. And then probably my most disliked, very sunny days. I'm not an active person, but also I cannot deal with the heat. I honestly am surprised I've never gotten heat stroke. Just from how adversely I am affected by heat. It's weird. Maybe I'm like special in like a dumb way, but I can go outside like when it's snowing and I'll be fine as long as I'm doing something. But, you know, and if I'm just standing still, I'm gonna get cold. And I don't need many layers in winter, because whenever I go outside, I'm doing stuff. I'm going to work, I'm shoveling at work. I don't need like a winter jacket. I had one, and I gave away the inside to a friend. Well, I let a friend borrow it, and the inside portion, which is, because my jacket was like a windbreaker on the outside, and then it was like there was an extra layer that was its own kind of like long sleeve shirt that you could wear. You could unzip it from the inside. It was actually kind of really cool. But yeah, no, I didn't need it, but a friend didn't have like an actual long sleeve shirt for the day, and it was wintry weather. So I let him borrow that, because like I hated wearing that part of it. It just came with the jacket, and I just dealt with it. And I think I forgot to get it back, but to be fair, I'd rather not wear that at all. So like the windbreaker part is fine, is good enough. The fuzziness does not appeal to me. Fuzzy blankets, fuzzy pajamas, fuzzy clothes, fuzzy things, they just don't appeal to me in like long-term like wearing or whatever. The socks are fine because they're socks, and I don't really think I have fuzzy socks, so maybe they aren't fine, but I don't know. Like, I think he told me at some point to just take it out of his bag so I could have it back, but I think I forgot. Or maybe I just lost it after that. I don't remember. I don't blame him, though. It's completely my fault for, like, any of that. I'm never on top of that kind of stuff. Honestly, if he wanted to keep it, I would have let him. He just never brought it up again. I don't know. I think my mother was upset when she found out, because it was like an expensive winter coat, which, yeah, probably, but I think I had that thing for several years at that point. I was surprised it still fit me. I swear I remember it from like elementary school, and it somehow lasted to high school. But maybe, I think so. I don't know. I swear I always had the same one, but maybe not. Well, I'm almost home now, so we'll be ending this soon, so I don't want to start anything new, but I'm really excited. I'm gonna play games with friends tonight, Jeez, I almost said something weird. Gonna play Friends with Games tonight. That's funny. So I'm excited about that. Haven't played with them in quite a while. So yeah, that'll be this episode. Thanks for listening to the Drive Home podcast, where I drive home and I talk. Yep. Have a good day. Yeah, I never liked that. It always implies like the rest of your day will be good. But I want that to go over. And so I don't know why I'm explaining it. I'm just going to say this, and I usually say it. I just, with other people, I don't always say it because it usually provokes the question of, why do you say it like that? But have a great next 24 hours. Have a great next 24 hours, everybody. Thanks for listening.